Cheers. Oh, that's gonna come out loud.
Yeah.
Right over the mic.
It's always the way it is.
Somebody drops a beat right on the microphone.
Well, welcome back to the OgreBox podcast. OgrePod Boxcast.
I'm gonna let you keep going.
The Ogre Pod. Well, last time on Ogre Pod.
The OgrePod Boxcast.
Oh my god.
This is the kind of professionalism that we strive to give you.
What was it we discussed last
I'm
time?
gonna completely edit it. Everything just rearranges it. It's perfectly fine.
Last time it was the X-Men stuff.
No. That was the time before. Last time, I don't know. We were just talking about games and shit.
We were at FAU and we were talking about how a lot of games were shit.
Digimon.
Digimon were, yeah.
Sequels.
I don't want to remember.
Oh,
Unnecessary sequels. I believe was the point, the topic.
I guess. I don't know. I listened to that whole fucking thing and I couldn't find a theme. It was just, we just good.
But I did bring up how Final Fantasy 13 for me didn't deserve those other two games, right?
Oh, right. And
did you? Really?
And I was talking about how it probably sold well, so they made the sequels. But I just heard that the second one actually didn't sell very well.
From Johan, who he's not like a huge Final Fantasy fan, but he's gotten into it because of me. He just liked all the other Final Fantasy games. He liked Final Fantasy 4. He loved Tactics. He was playing 6. He really liked 2. He loved the city. So he's getting into the franchises. And he got 13 because of it. It's so far it had been good.
Yeah.
And he hated it.
Yeah.
And he said that not just him, but him and everybody else he knew that had it did not like that game at all. So when he saw that they were getting a sequel, he was surprised.
Yeah, and I was really trying to like it too, man. But the writing in that shit is fucking god awful.
I know, man.
The rating?
No, the writing.
No, the rating.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you said the rating.
Yeah. No, the ratings on it.
They are incredible.
He said that
it was not yet rated.
Johan's words exactly where the moment I saw Odin turn into a Chevy Camaro, I turned the game.
The moment Odin turned into a Cutlass Supreme 500, I had to call it a night.
He's like, oh cool, I got Odin, this is going to be awesome. He went into a fight, he summoned Odin, he's like, oh okay, he sees the transformation, you get in the car and you just start doing like drifts and whiplashes.
Start doing donuts in the parking lot.
Pretty much.
You have to summon the parking lot too.
The first guy has to summon the parking lot.
It's Odin in No Bricks Valley.
Yeah.
You have to get first clearance from the manager, use the parking lot.
Use the Prime Minister's car. But yeah, and I guess, like I said, that's just his opinion. This is him not being like a huge Final Fantasy fan. It's him just taking it as a game.
Yeah.
And he didn't like it that much at all.
No, man, it's hard, man. I was trying really, really fucking hard to like it. I just kept powering through, and I got like close to the end.
So how much of it is just the title that sells because it's a Final Fantasy game, or how much of it is like, oh, I really like Lightning, she's such a cool badass chick character.
I'm sure it would have been fine, but the thing
cosplay.
is, the way that they executed everything was just so bad. It was this really weird writing, really weird like presentation of the story itself.
Is that outside?
Yeah, maybe some people are having stuff.
I was like, wait, what happened?
Sorry guys, apparently next door other people are having a podcast.
And it's going a lot better than ours.
Yeah, they're having a great time.
For those of you guys just tuning in, remember this is the OgrePod podcast.
This is the OgreBot Walkcast.
People are gonna be tuning in to the middle of the shit. No, I don't care about the intro. Let me get 15 minutes into this.
Awful, we're trying to start over here. We got off on the wrong foot.
We got off on the right foot. Final Fantasy 13 sequels aren't that good.
Yeah,
I never played them, so I can't really say that, but...
Yeah.
And I'll edit all this out.
So we're back.
It's gonna be like magic.
A dinosaur story.
Dinosaurs in New York.
Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, it was a piece of shit. I still don't like. I remember watching it, and I did not get it at all.
What was there to get?
I don't
It was a guy who had a carnival with dinosaurs.
It was more than that, man.
He was like an evil guy, and then
I think there was time travel and shit.
Because it was Dr. Screw or Professor Screw, and he had a screw eye.
Really?
He just had a screw in his fucking eye.
He screwed his eye.
He's out of his fucking mind.
Now I know. the kid was friends with the dinosaurs, and that guy enslaved them, and he wanted them to work in this carnival, and he kind of put this ring around them that kind of like just hypnotizes them and puts them in this state, so they can just come in and people can pay money to see it. And he had to go and break those stupid things off so that they can regain their consciousness.
The collars?
I guess so, but I don't remember how he met the dinosaurs in the first place.
You met him at another carnival.
Where they were hiding in New York City. I don't know. It was John
They
Goodman.
were always
There's the main.
Clearly the sewers.
They wouldn't even fucking fit. And then they turned into extreme dinosaurs.
That's awesome.
Fighting crime with the street stripes.
So you were saying about... Did you have a point about the Final Fantasy 13
Say
stuff?
no. Say no.
Look, to be honest, I
just need to talk about something.
I never really played the game. I usually take word from people who I can take a credible opinion.
You take their word?
You know, Johan, he's actually very open to video games, no matter how stupid or shitty, as long as there's like the fun factor, and if he can beat a game, that says a lot about it. He won't beat a game if it's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody would really. Oh well, there's some people that really stick it out.
They'll
Yeah.
do it. But Johan's like, once it's stuck, once it's stopped, it's fine. Like he'll stop it. But like, if it was like a Zelda game that was done really bad, he'll probably stick to it a lot longer because of his innate, like, you know,
Right,
fanatic.
that's his thing,
sense
Zelda,
to,
right.
Oh, I love Zelda. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll get better. No,
Yeah, it's his favorite thing.
But maybe he did give 13 a little bit more chance. Like he says that he stopped it after he got Odin. But if
What
he,
we should do is we should film Johan playing those Zelda games that came out for like that CDI or whatever it is.
Yeah, that Panasonic version.
Panasonic, yeah.
Excuse me.
We should just see how far he can get.
And then I think both of you guys owned the game. I remember, right?
Which one?
13?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
On Xbox?
I still have it, I think. If I haven't traded
And,
it.
I heard what both of you guys had to say about it, and I was like, okay, sounds like I probably wouldn't like it.
And I don't know if you want to like stay on this depressing subject, but
It's fine. We can move it anywhere.
I actually found my copy of Final Fantasy 12 the other day, and
Nice, but but you don't have a PS2.
I have a PS2 that can play PS2 games. Remember?
You mean a PS3 that can play
A
PS2?
PS2 game that can play PS3 games.
The game, you need even a system. I need the system.
Oh, you have the old PS3.
I have the old PS3. Yeah.
Nice, but didn't you already have it? Like, didn't it come out like didn't it come out on Steam, right?
12? No,
No,
7 did.
Or like a PC or something. But no, they re-released it with like a bonus feature. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the International Edition with the
yeah.
job system, the Zodiac job system. I don't have that version. I think that version.
Let's
came
play
out-
as Vossler and all that.
Yeah,
What's the Zodiac job system?
it adds jobs to the game, so then you can have like a specific role that everybody can play. Because the game kind of works in a way where
Anybody could be like anything.
you had
Yeah,
a bunch of like this license board, and the license
remember.
board allowed you to just basically spec your
You
guy
can-
out however you want. And
Right, you can change the weapons of him. You can.
What
yeah,
I-
you can give him whatever.
What I really loved about that game is like how intuitive it was, because you would have, for instance, if you would go into the armors and you would get like heavy armor and shit like that, it would have really high defense, but it wouldn't add like a lot of HP, right? But if you go into the like leather armor and light armor, it would add a ton of HP, but it would add very little defense. So it was kind of like
Balanced
in a way balanced out in the sense that it would be like well, because you have light armor, we're giving you a lot of HP to balance out getting hit a lot. Versus you having heavy armor, you're gonna mitigate a lot of damage. You don't need much HP.
Right.
And I was like, man, this is really awesome.
Makes
Like, it's
sense.
such a weird twist, because usually a tanky guy, when you're putting heavy armor on him, it's like more HP, etc., etc. But
Right.
it actually ended up working out like pretty well. And I'm like, oh, that's a weird twist, man, but it's still good. And I love that game, man. It was awesome.
Yeah,
That's cool.
totally.
I didn't know that they actually implemented like jobs into the game.
I never got to play it, so I can't really tell you how they worked. But I mean, from the original game, that game is just beautiful. Everything about that game. I
It was.
wish that, well, while I still enjoy Final Fantasy 14 as an MMO, I just wish that 12 could just be like, if they put netcode to it, it would be the perfect MMO for me.
I feel like from as far as I played, that it felt like it had the Final Fantasy feel, but it felt like a Star Wars movie for me. You know, there's like the desert cities, and like there was the cinematic of like the ship battles, and them getting on the ship and having to get out, and the city being under attack. And I don't know what it was, but it was something Star Wars-ish for me. That the cinematics and all that was really cool. The voice acting was very impressive as well.
Yeah, a lot of people compared it to, it was like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars put together or something.
I think those were the complaints, if I remember correctly.
I don't know why they would be complaining.
Oh, it's the 2 best things in the world. Fuck this.
Yeah. No, can't do it. Can't take it, man.
Lord of the Rings and Star Wars?
Jesus Christ.
I like both of these things separate, but together, it's a piece of shit.
What was that? Was that the dogs?
I have no fucking idea what the hell that was.
I believe that was the yelping
I
dog.
think that tonight we're going to be killed by aliens.
We got it on tape. And I still use the word tape.
Jesus.
I have no idea. I mean, this might be our last podcast, guys. So we're going to go out with a bang.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna go up and they're fucking dead.
And then you're fucking dead. And then we're fucking dead. As long as that door remains closed, we're safe.
Yeah, can't check it.
And
just let them get bored and leave.
She reminds me of the what was it called? The Call of Cthulhu, the 4 Dark Corners of the Earth.
Oh right.
Because there's one part where you see this little girl and
that's the Xbox One.
the Xbox One is really cool because the little girl opens the door and she's like, "Oh, Daddy will be back soon. You can wait with me in the living room." And she's just there and she gets on the floor and she's like, and she's drawing and she's like, "Wait, what are you drawing?" She's like, "Oh, that's me and my dad." And it's like a cute little girl holding like her dad's hand. And this one's Mommy, and it's like this crazy monster that she drew. And you're like, "Mommy, what does she look like?" She's upstairs, and you go upstairs, and it's a door that has like all these locks since it's up in the attic, and it rattles and it shakes. Like when you get closer, you're like, "Okay, better not mess around." You go back downstairs, and the dad's home, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm here to investigate a murder, this and that," and he tells you, "Oh, have you been upstairs to let you know that it's my wife, and I don't know what's going on with her, but pretty much." Eventually you're gonna have to open that door. So, and then you hear blah, blah, when you get close to it and it's shaking. And then one time you go up to it, you don't even unlock it, you just go and see, because it gets really quiet. So you go up and she breaks right through and you don't really get a good chance to see it. I love that the game does that. You faint and you collapse and then you wake up and then the girl's dead, the husband's there holding his girl's body.
Oh my god, man.
It's really creepy.
Damn, I need to play that game.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Mm-hmm. It was really cool, and I love the narratives. Like he'll make a story out of everything that you go and you click to check on. Like, I want to check this book, I want to check the table. Or
there's a ton of narration. Right?
It's kind of like Condemned in a sense. Oh, by the way, speaking of kind of like Condemned, Xenoclash 2 has that same system with if people punch each other, they just go at each other.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man! I didn't even know because I was in between like 3 guys and they were just unloading on me. But then I got like between one of them and they unloaded on one of the guys and then the guy just turned around. He's just like, okay.
What game is this?
It's Xenoclash 2. I want to say it's a very like low budget, like developed by a small group of people kind of game, but it's super fun and it's super funny and it's like this incredible world that's just like unique in every sense. Like the people that inhabit it are so weird and like all the items and objects you interact with are just so like unique. And the main characters themselves are pretty weird themselves.
This is a PC game?
It's on Steam and on PlayStation, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
It's on sale. I bought it for $5 yesterday, and I was trying it out today. I was playing it all day.
Are those winter sales?
I guess it's the Thanksgiving sale, man. And also, I should have waited because just today went on sale for Steam for $5 too.
Oh, okay. Well, what, you would have preferred it on the PC?
Yeah, I probably would have.
Yeah.
Because I do most of my gaming there now anyway.
Yeah, me too. Man, that Assassin's Creed game. I was just fucking playing it now.
It's too good, huh?
Yeah.
Is the first one?
No, it was the 5th one. I don't know.
It's Assassin's Creed 4, right?
Yeah. Technically, it's number 4.
Yeah.
The fourth big number one.
Was it is it the one like, I always forget, is it like Bloodlines or like Revelations, Black Flag?
You play as
Dracula.
No, this one's Black Flag, where you play as a pirate and everything.
As a roach killer.
I heard they were just gonna release the naval battle version of it. Am I wrong? For like Android.
Oh, they're making like a little game for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really?
For Android, yeah, you could do naval battles.
It all started with 3, right? 3 had
they had like a
initial
little
naval battle thing.
Yeah.
I never played part 3, but people say it's like whatever.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't like all that great.
Really?
I don't know. It looks good and
Is it on
everything. It looks
PC?
the same shit. Yeah,
Oh,
it should be.
okay. I might want to check it out because I thought that the premise was really interesting in the sense that you play as like a Native American during the George Washington
Carver.
making peanut butter. Yeah, I mean it seemed
Yeah, during the Civil War and all that.
it seemed legit.
Wait, is it? No,
that's
the Revolutionary
it's the
War.
Civil War with slaves.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln and George Washington back to back.
And Harriet
Buddy
Tubman.
cop movie.
It's like, but they never fought. They just had their slaves fight.
Harriet Tubman couldn't make it because her train got late. Her train got delayed.
The Underground Railroad.
This is the Southeast Wing, Master Wine. I believe Harriet Tubman, and she's your former ancestor.
Oh my god.
It'd be shitty if one of those Assassin's Creed you have to play as just some real piece of shit. Like, that's really
Frederick
boring.
Douglass.
Yeah. Some former slave who's just getting by. That's it. That's the best you can do, and you gotta play it.
And today I was reading the expression in the buff, like nude.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was like, oh shit, that's really funny.
Would it still be called Assassin's Creed at that point?
Huh?
Would it still be called Assassin's Creed at that point?
Yeah, because someone's gonna come in and kill her. or kill Frederick Douglass.
That's awesome.
It's the life of everybody else until, that assassin comes into their life. It's at the very end of it. Just
That would be such a weird sim game.
yeah.
It's just like, try to get ahead in your life.
And you have no clue that you're playing an Assassin's Creed game until the very fucking end, and then the titles come up.
That is awesome.
Really, the ski-free and Abominable Snowman.
Yeah.
That is too good, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I
That would
wish-
be a perfect game. That's SimCity 6.
Yeah, like I just wish like there was more surprises like that, like in movies and things like that. Like you don't know
Can you do
exactly
that-
what you're watching.
That thing in The Sims, like where you block the guy out, so when you see the assassin coming, you can engage something like
And he pees and shits
just
himself.
4 walls or whatever, and then the social services comes in.
He takes your child, takes your child. Even though you like...
In that game, that's what you did, right? You locked this guy up in 4 walls, and he was just dirty as hell. His hygiene was disgusting.
Pissing and shitting on
And
the
then
floor.
the social service lady came in or something, and she just walked right through the wall.
Yeah, and she took the
took the
child.
guy or whatever. That was crazy, man.
That's right. These are the kind of people that we are.
Yeah. So what I would always do is I'd make a really big ass room, and I'd have a big family living there, and I got the cheapest rugs in that whole in the game, and covered the entire floor with it, and put the shittiest fireplaces like 4 of them like on every wall.
I already know.
And so it's just eventually it even says it like this thing is so shitty, you don't want to put like flammable shit nearby it. And the thing is with the rugs, as soon as they catch fire, the entire area of that rug just catches fire instantly. So the entire floor is covered in that rug. So instantly, just one spark, and the entire fucking family's on fire. So everybody gets wiped out. And I would make a bunch of characters. Like I made Sherlock Holmes, Caesar, just so I can. Because when they die, they get a little tombstone, and then at night, their ghosts come out and they haunt the place.
Right.
And I wanted like all these historic figures to haunt the fucking place.
How
Even
does
though Sherlock Holmes is fucking fictional.
How does the
You know-
death react? Like, does he just come? Is he
He
knocking the
just
door?
doesn't go.
It reminds me
Does
of
he just
this
die and that's it?
one
No,
awesome thing that I
that
did. I ended up getting The Sims 2, and my sister fell in love with the game. But she was starting to take up my time on the PC, and we don't have different PCs, so I was like, I got to take care of this. I made a character. The character, I pretty much I did the same setup you did, except I did it in the sense that my entire house was like a small shack and a huge pool. So what I ended up doing is I invited my sister's character over, and I'm like, oh, let's go swimming in the pool. And then she gets in the pool, and I get my guy out, and then I delete like the logger to get out.
Yeah.
And she drowns and she dies, whatever. And then my sister comes home, and she's like, oh, I want to play Sims 2, and I'm like, fine. And she gets on, she's like, where's my character?
It's just a corpse floating in the pool.
It deleted like her character. Pretty much, she had to make a new character. She's like, I put so much work into my character. Where is she? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe the game
It's
fucked
on the
up.
pool now. The pool just levels up.
And she's just, like, I knew she would have given, like, she gave up, like, right then and there. I was just like, perfect. No more.
Then you went in and you put the ladder back on and you continue living your sister's life and then through the character.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, those games are fun though. I always like playing them.
I remember when all three of us played and we made that crazy black tribal baby.
Yeah. That thing is crazy as fuck. We just fucked with all the face sliders and made it fucking crazy.
We made the eyes pop out of the head. That's how huge we made the eyes.
It didn't look like a thing or like a person. You know? Like it could ever be a human baby. Yeah, that was some
Did we ever
otherworldly-
get into, like, middle school, like, teenager? Did we ever get into that point?
I don't
Because that
know.
would have been nice to see just some crazy.
Going to school. Don't talk to that kid.
That's crazy. Actually, he might be lucky because the toughest years of his life were probably when he was a baby. You know, he was like a larva, and then he what is it? Changes into like a beautiful like butterfly. Like in his teenage years, he's like this wonderful like Adonis.
Yeah, but he didn't.
And we know he didn't. He committed suicide.
Yeah,
after
we're
middle
gonna even
school.
keep playing that shit.
He died the moment you had to
Delete the game.
reset your computer.
One of our characters was hungry, so he put the baby in the garbage disposal. He picked up some food.
Baby cakes. Alex's character was always sleeping in the bathroom.
You would just take a piss right there and then sleep on it.
He would sit on the toilet. No?
That was his best friend. So what other games are you guys playing right now?
Right now, I'm just playing.
Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, game's fucking awesome, man.
Did
14.
you beat the last story?
No, not yet.
Bingo.
Yeah, I keep distracting myself with all this other bullshit. But still, I wouldn't have ran into Black Flag unless I was, you know.
But did you buy like that recent sale where you like it's like 5 Assassin's Creed games for like $5 or $10 or some shit?
Did they have that at GameStop or something?
That was in my Aikido class. The instructor,
They're selling games in your Aikido class.
the instructor was saying that,
That's
that on
number one,
Steam that,
buy
he was
these
having
games.
that they were having a really good sale. And he was saying that there was an Assassin's Creed pack that was super cheap that came with like 4 or 5 Assassin's Creed.
That's insane, man. Holy shit. That's too much Assassin's Creed for me.
That could just be just 1 and 2. Because 2 has like 3 different.
Yeah, 3 different parts.
Has
or
2
something.
Brotherhood and Revelation.
Brotherhood. Not
Brotherhood,
Bloodlines.
Bloodlines, Curse of Dracula.
Bloodlines.
Symphony of the Night.
Oh,
What
man.
was that guy's name? Enzo?
Enzo?
Enzoria?
Espinoza.
Espinoza.
No, that's the name I gave him.
The other guy.
For some reason. That was awesome though. Just playing as that.
Ezreal, one of the main characters from Assassin's Creed. They're like one of the main characters.
Altair,
Yeah.
Desmond.
Desmond's the actual,
Mhm.
like, you know, that whole meta game that's going on while you're playing as the assassins.
The Matrix.
Yeah, when you're in the Matrix. It's pretty much the same shit.
Yep.
It's like a isolated Matrix.
Which is weird.
Mhm.
I wonder why they decided to go so far back, though. I mean, the games just keep getting better and better. They should have just, like...
But what I like is that they started off with that system for free running and everything like that, and it just got better and better, and they kind of just keep going with that same system, but then they add like all this other shit. So now this new game has this insanely awesome like naval battle system, but you still have all the free running and all the assassination shit going on. So it's just all compounded on top of each other, and you can just go fucking nuts on those things. It's awesome because you get into those naval battles and then you have to board the ship. So you swing from. It's awesome because you get to swing on a fucking rope right onto their ship, and then you just start beating the shit out of everybody.
Can you fuck up the swing? Or like, or
Well, you can just go straight into the
Or
water.
is it
so-
automatically programmed that, oh, if I just push A, like he swings and he gets up right onto the ship, or it's one of those things where you can go, ah, and you miscalculate.
Yeah, sometimes you go right into the fucking water. But I mean, you just swim right back up there.
Yeah.
That's what's awesome about it.
I remember, like, pretty clear. I remember when we were watching the trailer for when the first Assassin's Creed game was going to come out. And everyone was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. It's so cool. You can blend in with the crowds. You can walk with them. You can avoid being seen.
You can talk with them.
You can walk with them. I remember. Like a lot of people loved like that series. I never got into it though.
Yeah, it was weird in the beginning because I don't know, it just didn't work. The killing people thing didn't work out all that well at the beginning. Like, I remember I couldn't kill anybody the way I wanted to at all. It was all just a fucking accident.
Whoops.
Yeah, it was really sloppy, and it was just like, fuck this. But now it's a lot better. Actually, for the first fucking time, I actually killed somebody in an Assassin's Creed game perfectly.
Really?
Yeah, like you end up going through this kind of through this dock sort of little village thing. You go through there and you're sneaking around, you're taking people out, and the guy who you're supposed to kill is on top, like nearby the wheel of the ship. And so I start climbing up the side of the fucking ship, and I'm there hanging off the side, and he's just walking right by, and then I just pop up real quick and just fucking stab him in the fucking neck and kill him. Just instantly, just pop up.
Do they tell you how like amazing your kill was, or like?
Yeah, they spent 5 minutes.
There's a rating system.
Explaining to me how awesome that was.
Man, that was great. It was play-by-play Jones.
What is it? The company makes games. They're trying to call you on your cell phone. Man, I'm just trying to let you know how awesome it was.
Blown away, man. I didn't think you could do it.
We give this kill and
we're live feeding this shit. I'm like, he's not gonna do it. No.
We have bets going on.
And it's Alfred. He's going it. Look at him. He's on the sidelines and he's going for the 3.
Over the line of scrimmage.
And that's 2.
Man, I kept eating shit today. Like actually this whole week because Oscar, who works with me at the warehouse, all they do is it's Oscar and all these other like warehouse people. All they talk about is like football and stuff like that. And they're imitating one of the referees, and I'm like, foul. There's a penalty. That's a 90-yard infraction. It's like, and he's like 90 yards. It's like that's the whole field. Dog. That's the whole fucking field. It's like I know that. This should be hilarious.
I know they gotta get the fuck out of stadium.
That's exactly. Get out.
They gotta get the fuck out of Dodge.
They gotta go back home.
The thing is that he's like that's a safety. Like that'd be awesome. Like for the smallest thing. 80-yard infraction.
350 yards. They're out of the game for like several fucking weeks.
The whole team like runs and they goes through the stadium. It breaks the whole through the stadium like you just stampede right through.
They go through
taking out all the people.
The thing is, it's not just a stadium, but they're clearing the city as well. They're just
it's a path of just like
destruction,
abandoned like pavement. Like.
They just stomp right through the stands.
Anything that's like wildlands, they just like
they level it.
Yeah, they level it, and then the last guy going through it is cementing it. So it's just creating freeways.
He's on a Zambo.
But the last guy, who's like the buffest guy.
Good old football.
I think we just invented a good way to, further our highway system.
To the highway system. Oh my god. Oh, we need to level that cement. Okay, go. Here come the Patriots. I'll do anything for this country.
Who says that? What
all the Patriots.
What fuck is playing? Going, fucking yes, America!
I'm surprised. They're the Patriots.
To in this country.
Every interview with them.
That's why I'm a football player. They wanted it, I gave it to them.
This country needed more of me. Oh my god.
Break my back paving the roads. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Man, it's been forever since I've had an apricot beard. It's really good. Cling!
Do anything.
Would you suck a dick for this country? Hell yeah. I'll fucking do it. Show me the dick. Show me the dick.
What dick we talking about?
Oh my god.
You have it here?
Just to show America how much of a man I am.
Is it here?
You have a picture of this dick? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh my god. You never spoke to Marcel, huh?
Well, apparently I think he
His plans didn't fall through? What an asshole.
No, they did apparently.
Really?
I'm sure. He said he was gonna text me if what he had planned wasn't gonna go through, but he hasn't, so I'm guessing He's hanging out. He's doing his stuff.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Hmm?
That's what I'm talking about. Can I re-beer you fellas, or
Rebeer me.
No, I'm still working on this one.
what would you like, Alfred?
Ah, whatever, man.
What does ow mean?
You had that last week.
Give me a blue moon.
Is that a Doctor Who, Mr. Potato Head?
Nah, yeah, it is. They like the doctor.
But you can't take out the accessories, can
You know what Blue Moon reminds me of?
Oh, really?
The intro to Fallout New Vegas.
Why?
That's the song that plays as
Blue
it's
Moon?
yeah.
Oh, okay,
As they're introducing a character getting shot in the head,
yeah.
and it's that intro is so like. I started the game over the other day just because I got so pissed at playing Elder Scrolls Online that I couldn't just beat the shit out of people with my hands. That I'm like, I want to
With
play.
my bare hands.
I wanted to play Fallout now because I can do that here.
These hands.
You made an Elder Scrolls Online?
Yes, and from what I played, I don't suggest it. I know that like I'm not supposed to talk about it or anything because of the NDA, but I'm not going to continue playing it. So fuck them. I mean, they can ban me all they want.
Is this a beta?
It is a beta. It's on closed beta right now.
I was gonna listen to this, man. They're not gonna listen to this.
They listen to it or not, fuck it. Like, that game is just... It's not what it
Jeff
should
was telling
be.
me that he liked it.
Jeff was telling you that he liked it?
He would.
Yeah. That game was such a piece of shit, man. Oh my god. It's just...
Did you play?
No, I didn't get to play. I saw Alex play a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was like, it may as well have been screenshots of it because it was on the Google Hangout thing and he was sharing a screen, but it was the frame rate was fucking shit.
Man, it's just, it's not what you want it to be, you know? And
I was playing Dynasty Warriors while he was doing that.
Well, which one, 6?
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors 6.
You got that on
Steam?
PS3, Steam?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's on Steam.
Wii U?
No, it's on PC. I have a PC, it's just not on Steam.
Yeah, I didn't know they released the Dynasty War games on PC.
Yeah,
But honestly, that game is just... Elder Scrolls is bad. Like,
What was it you hated about the game most?
that it was too much of a theme park than it was Elder Scrolls. Like,
Still talking about it again?
yeah.
You said it was a theme park.
Oh, that's, I guess, a coin term that they use. Like, for instance, Star Wars The Old Republic, they say that it should have been more of a sandbox than a theme park game, where it's themed after Star Wars, and you get to play in it.
Oh, okay.
So this is definitely a theme park kind of game where it's themed after the Elder
So
Scrolls,
everything
and you get
looks-
to play in it. But it's not the feel
Built the
or
same way,
anything.
right?
You know, the way I can compare it is that, and I'm sure that Alfred and anybody else who's played it can, you know, like agree. It's just that when you play Skyrim or when you play Oblivion, you were introduced to the game with a quick, short tutorial on how to play the game by a small little quest where it's like Patrick Stewart coming out and I've seen you.
Yeah, it's usually like you gotta get out of here.
Yeah, and you're always a prisoner and you have to get out of somewhere, right?
But that helps you like get to know like
The mechanics of the game.
The basics. Yeah.
Okay, they introduced it almost in the same way. That was good. But when you're released to the world in Oblivion or Skyrim, you're released almost in a sense that you forget that the programming is there, that the actual scripting is there. You kind of walk out into this land and some guy goes, all right, I'll see you, peace out. You know what I mean? And
Good luck out there.
yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what they tell you. Like, all right, peace out, sucker. And you see this wide open, vast land, and you don't even know what the fuck to do. And you just start walking in one direction, and then some guy goes, well, the night divides, and fucking tries to take you out, and then you punch him right in the face. Not in this game. This game is you come out, some guy tells you, hey, you came out, it's time to do some quests, huh? Go talk to that guy, and go talk to this guy, and when you get there, talk to that guy, and talk to this guy. Okay.
I'm going back to Italy.
And you know, it's like it definitely takes away from the feel of the game. You're released into a world full of quests that you don't even have to accept; they're accepted for you. The moment that you walk out into the explorable map, all the arrows pop up and they tell you there's a quest here, there's a quest there, there's a quest here, and it's almost as though you already accepted them. And all you have to do is walk into the area and they're like, hey, thank you for coming by and blah blah blah.
I didn't want to know they existed. I don't want to see any quests.
I mean, for the most part, the magic about Oblivion and Skyrim was that no quest was apparent to you. You just saw something, you walked up to it,
You
and then
stumbled upon it, right?
yeah, you stumbled upon it, and even though it's scripted like that, you don't feel like it's scripted like that because you just walked into a random house and some guy goes.
Nobody told you, hey, go talk to this guy. You just go in like, hey.
Exactly. You explored and you went somewhere and something happened because of it. You were kind of rewarded in that sense because you feel like you found something. But in this game, everything's found for you.
That's a piece of shit.
So it really takes away the magic of the game. And
how about if it wasn't, themed after Elder Scrolls? As a game just apart.
Well, give me a setting, and I'll tell you if it fits well or if it doesn't.
No, I'm not saying like I'm saying
like if it was still medieval kind of game, but it wasn't. Elder Scrolls.
Just take away the Elder Scrolls name. Just take away that name.
It would be. I guess I would still have the same opinion, not so much as Elder Scrolls, but I would say that it is a typical MMO, and I would say that it is a WoW clone or a World of Warcraft clone.
It's the same shit.
Yeah, I would just say that it is a more high-res version of it, and that
that bad. Huh?
I would have quit as fast as I would have quit knowing it was an Elder Scrolls game, or maybe even faster.
So fucking fast.
I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I know I took a minute or two to get that off my chest. It's passionate to me, man, because those games. I remember coming over your house and playing Oblivion, and that was the best fucking time of my life because the 200 hours spent into the brain burner, my custom class.
Yeah.
Of fist fighter.
Yeah, where I would just go around punching people in the face. I would break into houses, punch people in the face, and jump on their fucking table.
On their food.
Yeah, I would walk back and forth, kicking shit all over the place, and it looks like there were signs of a struggle, and that's it. Like I would just go around just punching people right in the face, and they're not delivering it. And that's literally what I was hoping that the game would be.
Does the game have physics and shit? Like the item?
Maybe. I don't think that it has observable physics, maybe for specific items that you can toss or throw or react with, but a lot of the items are stuck static to certain things.
Yeah. It sucks because I feel like if you can imagine like the game developers like sitting down and talking, like there's two guys and this guy's like, oh, will I be able to break into houses and punch people in the face and jump on their table and like smash everything that's on their table and everything that they own? It's like, well, I don't think people would like that. I think we should take it off.
The thing is, that's the thing. You can't make that game a fucking MMO because think of it like, okay, there's a house that's really neatly like designed and everything. Day one, that fucking house is wrecked, and every day like forward, you walk in there like, what the fuck happened to this house?
But don't tell
it's
me,
never been fixed. It's
don't tell me you're
all over the fucking place.
Just thinking about that situation, you're already having a great time.
Yeah.
You're pissed that you were the one that did it.
Exactly. Yeah. But why didn't I do this?
The thing is, when you're playing, every house is just ransacked. Everything's fucked up. Every NPC is dead, thrown in a fireplace,
stuffed into fireplaces.
Yeah.
The moment Alex logs in to his character, the vampire guy comes out.
He's just chasing me. He came from Oblivion. No. Oh my god.
The best thing about it is that he's a fucking vampire, and if he's out in the sun, he's getting hurt. He didn't give a fuck. He was straight out staring right at the sun, chasing after Alex. You see the smoke coming off his body.
And whenever the guards would kill him or shoot him with the arrow, he goes right.
Yeah, no, but the ragdoll would make him like shoot forward. Man, that was
but then
awesome.
when he gets up, like he would get up and he would kind of like he dusts himself and just go Alex.
And start burning again.
And he would just go after me. He didn't care. He didn't care about anything right after
he was immortal. So
I feel like it just turns into like a Benny Hill thing where it's Alex running and then the vampire and the royal guards.
By the night divides. By the night divides. By the night divides.
Is that how they do spells or something? Or what is that?
No, that's like their gods.
They would just be so appalled that I would do something by the night divides.
Oh my god.
That was, you know what, Oblivion was to me was better than Skyrim in that sense. There was just so much anarchy that you could do in that world, and it's so satisfying just to do those things. It was awesome. Skyrim was too lenient. Like you would walk into a town and guards would just be like, "Hey, whatever, I'll look the other way," kind of thing.
Yeah. But what's funny is that in Oblivion they kind of always knew that you were committing a crime. Like they could always see it. Watch out with your fucking beard.
What do you mean by that?
Like if you committed any crime, they kind of had like this crime sense, and they knew, so they would always be suspicious or heading in your direction because you were doing some shit.
The guards, you mean?
Yeah. No matter how secretive you were. Skyrim had in the beginning it had this fucked up thing that if an animal saw you doing something, it was as though they were a witness. They were a witness to your crime. Like chicken. I killed somebody and a chicken has seen it.
Chicken.
And the same thing happened. I killed the guy that had a horse. The horse saw it. I'm like, I have to kill this horse.
But why? Do people talk to the horse and they find out that you committed a crime?
I wonder if it was like that. Like, no chicken.
How does that
the guy's like,
I don't know.
The game tells you like, oh, someone was.
It tells you specifically like, there's a witness. And
there's a witness, but you're looking around and you don't see anybody except this chicken or this horse, and like, it has to be them. And as soon as you kill them, it's like. You killed the last witness, so your bounty is like off.
I just think it's crazy because you kill the horse and you're like, oh man, the chick saw me kill the horse, and you kill the chick, but then this bird was flying in the air and you're like, fuck.
No, that'd be insane.
I'll get you, you bastard.
I'll get you yet.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. Just having animals just fucking rat you out.
To who? Like cheap, we'll arrest him.
Get that man.
I bring the chicken.
but I'm the one who gave him it.
He's been undercover 10 years.
Yeah,
it's a patch. That's one of those things.
The chick saw it. He's like, yeah, I saw it. And I did nothing.
He's at a bar playing with the beer just like that.
Exactly. He's just
but what can I do?
staring into his beer.
The old-fashioned cheap.
What was I gonna do?
What was I really gonna do? What was I really gonna do? What difference would I make?
The horse was my friend.
I've been on the force 17 years.
And I couldn't do anything.
It wasn't gonna bring Angie back.
And then the sheriff says that he needs my badge, my gun. Blink, blink.
The thing is, it's like I've seen this before. 17 years on the force.
He wanted it on my desk. I was never given a desk. Not once was I given a desk.
I love that shit. This whole like noir cop thing.
Exactly, that depressed like cop thing. It's like I was 10 years undercover with this guy. I saw him kill so many people. And I just let him. Just watched him.
Right through my fingers.
I could have stopped him, but I'm a good cop. I'm a good cop.
And the thing is, I feel like the thing is, he goes,
crying. I'm a good cop.
And he goes, he picks up the beer and he's like, yeah, I'm a good cop.
That'd be so fucking awesome.
Sometimes I wonder if I should have traded places with those people.
Maybe if I would have killed the chick first.
If it was me. If I had got into them sooner.
And the smell.
Dear God.
It smells like coffee. I can never drink coffee anymore.
You just get used to it.
And then you do the whole Batman thing where until the memory of your loved one becomes nothing but poison in your veins. It's like some crazy deep shit.
And he just drinks the entire beer.
He talks it, but it's not. It's not like
the only way to keep the poison in there is with more poison.
The thing is, it's not like a straight chug. It's a slight tip, but the beer's.
It's like they scrolled it. Yeah. They dragged it into the.
You know when you fuck up and it goes back by. What?
And he goes. The thing is, he goes like that. Like the smoothest, like gulp. Gone.
That hits the spot.
Oh my god.
Now we have to get the tools for Skyrim and make this a mod. Chicken Cop NYPD Blues.
You're just gonna see like too many guys in the bar like trying to pick up chicks, like telling like their bar stories. The thing is, it's a guy. He's like, I was there when he died. No, you weren't. Like, some guy's like, he's a lie. He's a big phony.
Do any games have like a bartender who like slides drinks?
Old school. Very old school.
Like root beer tapper?
The only game that it comes to mind...
Is that Back to the Future?
No. And this is a game that's maybe just as piece of shit as that game. But it was Cool World. It was an SNES game based off the Cool World movie with Brad Pitt. And one of the missions...
Who was the other guy? It was Brad Pitt and the other guy.
I never saw it.
You never saw Cool World?
No. At least I don't remember.
It doesn't even.
Yeah,
fucking matter.
it's better you don't see it.
If you would have seen it at the time, it would have been cool.
World?
Yeah, but
Why? Who else comes out in it other than Brad
some
Pitt?
guy, man. I can't remember him. I don't know. What's funny about that fucking movie though is that a lot of the props are just like cardboard cutout. I swear to fucking God, and it's real obvious. They don't try and cover it up or shoot it at the right angle. It's just like these cardboard things, and it's shot in that angle. Like pretend it's a lamppost,
Right.
but it's just a cardboard, a straight cutout. But it's
Yeah.
at an angle where you see it like kind of warp, that weird angle. Where it's like, no, that's too fucked up. Like the shape isn't adding up.
It's not very cool.
It's fucking stupid.
That movie was just bad.
This
man.
is the name of the movie. It's fucking
Right.
stupid.
The
Brad Pitt
first-
was a piece of shit in that too.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, man. Like, I think his older acting stuff was a little weird. Like,
Somebody asked me the other day, like, "Oh, what's your favorite Brad Pitt movie?" And they're like, "Oh, was it Fight Club? Was it Bird After Reading? Was it Troy? Was it?" I was like, "Probably 7 Years in Tibet,"
I don't think. I saw the bit,
which is a good movie.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and he did a really great job. But he's like, "Oh, I never seen that." I was like, "Fuck that."
I've never seen it either.
No, it's
I
really,
would say his best one was probably
Was
Fight
he a
Club.
Nazi?
And where in 7 Years in Tibet?
Or were there Nazis in that movie?
Inglourious Basterds.
There was another movie I saw. Maybe I'm confusing the two, but it was two guys, and they were in like some kind of Tibet, some kind of.
Some
Tibet.
kind
And it
of-
was Brad Pitt.
There was Brad Pitt and some other guy, and I think they were soldiers or some shit, and they were kind of escaping from some. They didn't want to be soldiers. They were deserting, I think, and they just ended up there. And for some reason, I feel like they were Nazis. I feel like
I think
they were-
I saw it too long to remember that specific detail. I know it was a good movie when I watched it, but I can't tell you if they were Nazis.
I think
If
Brad
he was
Pitt's
a
a Nazi.
Nazi. Huh?
I think Brad Pitt's a Nazi.
Like personally, like he's not acting.
Yeah, no, they're not.
No, that movie was a biography.
Yeah, it's a documentary.
Documentary.
But yeah, I mean, I know it's very typical and it's very like widely chosen, but I do think that Fight Club was probably his best movie.
It's a good movie, but I feel like it sucks that that it's the first movie of his that came into mind because I feel like it happens with a lot of people where they peak in a really good movie
He was good in 7.
and like
Come on, man, because that's one of the movies that I think back to where it's like his acting sucked in that movie super
was
bad.
7?
Yeah, like I feel like
no, you know why it is? Because he was surrounded by Kevin Spacey and
exactly,
Morgan Freeman.
exactly. So like he was, exactly.
Max.
God, what's in the bag?
Yeah.
But
And you had Kevin Spacey and Morgan Freeman just giving this incredible performance, and then him just coming, "What's in the
And Gwyneth
bag?"
Paltrow's head.
and the thing,
This is the
and
most
the thing is
amazing.
that
She won an Oscar for that.
I just feel like they peak, like they get really good. Like, oh man, this movie he got nominated, he got a few awards, and then that's when they start like throwing a bunch of shit at the actors. Like,
Oh, of course,
we
man.
need to use them. And then you get Troy, which was alright, and then you get other movies that Brad Pitt came out in that were like, fuck, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, really. Like,
You know what? But honestly, like I think that those movies for them are probably a fun distraction than it is more like a career move, because just like Shoot 'Em Up, where it was like
It
these
is,
two
but-
amazing actors in Shoot 'Em Up, but they're just playing the most like campy roles
but
that they can.
unfortunately,
You know?
like unfortunately, you can say like, oh man, like this is like a stupid movie, but you can't say it's a great movie or that he really acted like great, like in
No, of
Mr.
course.
and Mrs. Smith. Like it doesn't really show you much of Brad Pitt.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
but
Like
then
maybe
the
they
people-
just want to do something that campy. They just want to do
Perhaps.
something for fun.
But then you
Yeah,
have people
yeah,
that are like, oh man, Mr. and Mrs. Smith is my favorite movie. It's like,
That can't be anybody's favorite fucking movie, man.
Well, I haven't met everybody, but I'm sure there's somebody that, man, that's my favorite.
You know what? I went to the theaters. I was blown away. I don't know why I didn't win any awards, but
I wasn't even disappointed about the trike and rocket launcher scene in the trailer.
Should have got the Oscar for best piece of shit.
But like, do you get me? Like, it's I don't know. Another person, I would accept 12 Monkeys,
I don't remember that movie too well.
He acted
like a supporting. Like,
Yeah,
like
he-
he wasn't really like the main guy.
No, he
It was,
wasn't. It was Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
What was the main plot of that movie? I don't remember it too well.
Bruce Willis had, kept getting sent back in time to stop whatever fucked up the future. And I think some crazy virus thing broke out or some big catastrophe fucking happened, and they're trying to send him back and stop it, or he keeps getting sent back to figure out what caused it.
Okay.
And
Brad Pitt's like this crazy guy. Like they're in an asylum or something.
Yeah, it's a really fucking weird movie. But he keeps running into Brad Pitt, and little by little he finds out that his character is kind of like involved in whatever the fuck happened. But the craziest thing that happens in that movie is that in the very beginning you see Bruce Willis when he was a kid. He sees this guy in I think it's in an airport or something like that get killed right in front of him.
Okay.
And at the very end of the movie, he's basically you find out that he was the guy who was killed in that airport. Exactly.
What?
He got sent back in time, and it's that weird like loop thing that.
So he's kind of like stuck in this infinite loop.
Yeah.
Oh damn!
So that's like,
So he sees himself as a kid, but he dies right at that moment. But that kid grows up and does all this shit and gets sent back in time to that time where he dies, looking right back at himself.
Gotta go back in time.
You listen to news.
damn, man, I gotta watch that movie.
Yeah, it's a really weird movie thing. Yeah, you can watch that too.
Man. After you drink the apricot, like you get that taste, and then this is like a completely different taste.
Because it's completely different.
I know, but like my taste wasn't ready for it. Just a pain. But what other good, like, wasn't Legends of the Fall also good? What Brad Pitt was in there?
I don't think it's on it.
I haven't.
Maybe that's the one with the Nazis. I don't know.
I think it was him, and he had
Nazis
long hair
into
or
that.
whatever. And like,
He always has long hair.
like really long.
I think he's in this really fucking awesome movie just recently.
Meet Joe Black.
2. No, he's in this movie
World War Z.
7 Years a Slave. Yeah,
No.
it just came out recently.
Is he?
Yeah.
Because I know Fassbender.
Yeah, Michael Fassbender is in there, and he's like some
He's-
plantation owner.
he's gonna get like.
Yeah.
He's gonna
But
get
Brad Pitt's like the good.
Oh,
like,
he's the good guy.
yeah, because I think he's like executive producer or some shit like on that thing. So
Okay.
he's not gonna be a slave owner. He's
Well,
not gonna be the bad guy. Fassbender could do it because
But he's gonna
No,
outshine him
but
again. He's gonna get 7 all over.
he's gonna be the best
From
slave
what I
owner
heard,
you've
that
ever
movie's
seen.
intense as shit.
Yeah.
And Fassbender plays the most evil fucking, like, you hate him.
Yeah.
At the end of that movie, you just want him to die, but I'm sure that's probably what happens, but I'm not sure.
I don't
haven't
know.
seen it.
I was talking to Leanne, and I was saying like she should get on the podcast one time. Maybe like have her here as like a guest speaker. And then I told her, you can talk about whatever. You don't really need to know much about games or movies. You can talk about anything. And then I told her how. I mean, maybe there's a video game about you're playing as Toby from Roots, and there's like and you're a slave owner, and it's like all these African Americans, and they're all like trying to avoid slavery, and then you can put your 2 cents into
That's like the easiest game. Being plantation owner. It's just an RTS where you just tell all the slaves to do everything.
Work.
That's the only way to work if it's an RTS.
It's like it's one of those Atari games, super bad graphics. It's,
Beep, boop, boop,
Merp.
beep,
and
beep.
it's like
It's just
like
brown squares.
is it like a big guy with like a whip? And the thing is, like you can't really say anything. Merp, merp, but it's like saying work, merp, merp, merp.
I think it's saying merp.
Do you want us to work or merp?
I'd rather work than to merp. Man, are they merping? Man, they're fucked. Because they can't merp. They don't even know what it is.
And if they ask what the fuck it is, they're gonna
They get more merp.
They're gonna get super merp, dude.
Oh man, imagine just being like, imagine there's a slave owner like that who would talk like I want you guys to merp so hard. And he's just saying all this shit fucked up, just begging for them to ask him a question. Like,
He's the ultimate troll.
That would be like the most
What is it that you're asking
racist
us?
game. Like, I'm surprised any black guy would like buy that game. Like if they buy like.
No one's gonna buy
Don't
it.
be surprised.
I'm just saying like if someone actually.
I don't think
thought
any
it was,
one
like-
of them would buy them
No, man.
whatsoever.
Like for me, like if I had to go and buy a game about like crossing the border or something, like, you have to stop Mexicans from crossing the border.
Yeah.
Jesus
Or us,
Christ.
like, coming
It'd be
to
crazy.
Florida on a raft.
It would be
or
like
something.
a Need for Speed, like hopping type thing. Where, and then you grab them and you send them back over. And, like,
But the thing is, it's you get behind the other guy and you're building NOS like that. And you're drafting, so you're building points.
So you get that little speed.
Exactly. And then when that guy falls over, it's the same for us, but with sharks.
Yeah. It's a lot like Assassin's Creed.
Oh my god, that would be crazy. Or like if you play a game of like Cubans trying to make it to like,
yeah, exactly.
like rowing to like Florida or something.
I'm just an inner tube.
But you're playing as you're playing as
they're just shimmying in the water.
When you got like the floaters.
There's a huge cannon and it's for the guys are like ging, 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 and he's just trying to like he's trying to mortar.
He's using an anti-air mortar.
Exactly. Because the thing is, the little loop, the little circle.
You can see it.
You can see it, and then you gotta get out of the way. You gotta go get out of the way.
And the guy next to him is going merp.
I think it's just all about boom, merp, 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 merp.
It's like those kids doing good.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. If you just like the little circle thing is perfect. You know,
that reminds me of that stupid game. Oh man, Toy Soldiers or whatever the fuck, because you would get the motors.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You know, Danny used to love like Toy Soldiers, and they were actually pretty fun.
Those were fun games, man. Those were really fun games.
Sarge, and then you have to have like this guy go in and mind the.
Just mind fuck the
Wow.
But to just like review the position of the mines.
Yeah.
And I remember the mines always had the weirdest sounds. Like this electrical, like I don't know what it is. Like it was like more like a this really high pitched electrical static. And it would just like reveal itself.
It's a toy mine.
And Danny played that game in heroic mode, and it's a craziest game. That everyone in that game suddenly gets like. I feel like they programmed. They got a bunch of Call of Duty like really good players, and they just kind of like.
They got them from the future.
They got them from the future, and they just recorded their talents, and they're like, that's how they're gonna play. So every time you go, just. You have to ask the guy to clear the path for you with the mines, and then at the same time you have to cover him and you have to shoot people and you keep getting fucked.
I didn't like this fucking games. No? I thought they were a piece of shit.
They were addicting.
What was your favorite PlayStation 1 game? But stay away from the Final Fantasy
and
stuff like that.
You can't say Grandia 3.
I don't know.
But didn't that come out for Dreamcast? Oh my god, that game was so annoying, man.
You got a pop pan.
I can't remember. I for some reason I only remember like RPGs and things.
You can't say Monster Hunter either.
No, but one PS1 game that like stood out for you, like
Bushido Blade.
Bushido Blade, yeah.
Bushido Blade.
But you
that was really good at.
Or what? At faking people, like faking your like.
Just doing that forward step.
The crazy part is when both arms are fucked, and you only had both guys only had one good arm. Like,
I found out that that game has like a weird like sense of rules. That in the beginning everybody has like something that they say, like anybody that you fight, but you can kill them while they say it.
Yeah, it's bad sportsmanship.
But it's bad sportsmanship, yeah, and you would get the bad ending for that. So if you waited for them to finish their sentence, whatever, and then start to fight
you get right in front of them. You get right in front of their nose, and you're waiting for them to. You're just holding the sword. You finish?
That's like a pool cube.
Yeah.
I am a real man.
But the thing is,
I'm trash.
Another thing was that if you fought someone honorably, you couldn't stab them in the back at any point of the fight.
Oh wow!
So if at any point they did like a spinning move and you struck them, that's it. Like
they messed it up for you.
You messed up that entire fight. Even if you win it, it's considered a bad win.
Is that the first one? Or
it's the first one. Yeah,
the first one because the second one was the.
Yeah, the second one they didn't give a shit.
No, and the second one they give you a throwy.
Yeah, you can start out the fight just throw a knife.
But the thing is,
like if the guy's not paying attention,
most people they move and you hit him in the arm, and then this arm becomes like paralyzed or something.
Right.
So that throwy was awesome, and the throwy doesn't leave. You can pick it up again, which is awesome.
That game's so fucked up because you can throw like dirt in people's eyes.
Oh, that's right.
It's like, and then you just fucking kill him.
He's just crying.
But everybody had a unique little throwing thing. This one guy had a fucking frog. That
I remember the frog.
It's supposed to be like a distract. Well, I don't know what the fuck it is, but you throw a frog at somebody.
Ribbit.
Was it the Highwayman?
And they just lick it. and
they die.
Yeah,
they get real fucking high.
They just foam up.
You didn't like Destrega? Remember we played it at League
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Legends?
Remember.
Destrega?
It was this. We went to GameStop and I bought Bushido Blade 2 and I bought Destrega. I can't really explain Destrega all too well. All I can tell you is that it starts off really close, like if it's a Tekken game, and the characters have weapons or they do hand to hand. But then you can run away into like this huge field. It gets blocked off after a while, but there's like hills and stuff. There's like levels, and everyone has magic, and you can just shoot magic.
Yeah,
at
you
the
just
other guy.
blast and
and
shit
you
all
run
over.
fast as fuck. So you're just constantly trying to like jump down and avoid. And then when you get really close, or like you have a magic bar, you have to let it recharge so that you can use it again. You can get really close, beep, bop, bop, beep, bop, and then throw magic, and then you keep going around.
Damn, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. It's not.
Damn, you sold me on that game. Now tell me the real side of it. I don't know.
It's a piece of shit.
It's tough to like. Well, it shouldn't be too tough to mention PS1 games that aren't RPGs, right?
No, but I can't fucking remember.
Did you guys ever play Gex?
What? Fuck. I was gonna say something, but yeah, it was an RPG. I only remember the RPGs. There's a lot of RPGs.
There were a lot of RPGs
On
on the
PS1.
PlayStation
That was a good-
1. Yeah, that was a
that was a
good
good system
time,
for
man,
shit.
for people who liked RPGs, and we were young back then, so we had the time to play.
I played
that game.
Bubsy 3D.
Oh,
And I played this shit too.
Christ,
Really?
man.
Yeah.
So you have to get the rocket pieces and
Yeah,
terrible, man.
it was a piece
Terrible.
of shit.
No, that's bad.
What would a platform game be without platforms? I remember some of the stupid shit that he would talk about.
Oh my
The
god.
funnest, actually, the pretty cool thing about that game is that every time you died, they had like a real fast cutscene of like an animation of a different type of death. So sometimes, like an alien would come in, take him, and leave the shirt there with the exclamation point. And sometimes it was crazy, but the funnest one was he's just standing there, like all nervous. It's always like him with a spotlight, and you can never tell what's off camera that shot at him or something. And you just hear, and he shatters like into glass, like king, clunk, clink, but you don't even know what hits him. Just
There was this one fucking game, man, on PlayStation 1. It was the most piece of shit game, man. And I'm trying to remember the name.
Lemmings.
Fuck this.
Am I right? am I
It was Dungeon something. And the premise of the story was that you're two people, a guy and a girl. The guy had a sword and the girl had some, I think, dual weapons or dual daggers or some shit like that. And...
Darkstone.
No.
Oh, okay.
And that's another one.
I know. But it wasn't too bad.
It had things, right?
Yeah, right? Lycanthropy?
Exactly. But okay, so that game, that it was supposedly like the premise of the story is that you're just trapped in this infinite dungeon that has like this insane treasure at the end of it, and if you were to find
infinity.
if you were to find that treasure, that's how you escape the dungeon.
I think you're talking about the minigame in Guys.
No.
Sure? 'Cause there's a guy and a
no,
girl.
it's completely like dedicated to this. Like,
Oh,
and it
okay.
was like,
Honestly, like so far, that could be a million fucking.
yeah,
games.
it could really be.
I was just remembering some of the stuff that we
I'm gonna try to
played
find the
when we
name
grew up.
now, but it was Dungeon something. It was a PlayStation 1 game, and that game was such a piece of fucking shit. Oh my god, that game was so bad. You would start the game off in this labyrinth that if you moved in any wrong direction, you would get killed instantly. And if you were to get like anything wrong, you would get killed instantly. So then there was no tutorial, no nothing. You would just walk in, die, walk in, die, walk in, die, walk in, die, start over, walk in, die, walk in, die, and it's just like.
Okay, so Hotline Miami. But there's like a little clip of the game. Like it gets really close and it's like kung fu and like martial arts. But then it easily, like in a blink of an eye, like you could just run out and create distance between you and like the other guy,
yeah,
and,
shit.
Damn, that game looks awesome.
and you can shoot and you can blast things.
The background looks like it's from Dragon Ball Z.
And maybe that's what they were going for.
That's the only place you could fight.
The
Forever.
Strega, man. I remember I played the demo of it. That's how I even knew about it. But the game was $2 because
Yeah.
at that time the PS1 games were getting.
Yeah, probably.
It's really not that fun, though, man.
No, it's not
It
that.
maybe
we tried playing
fun
it.
in like the first 2-3 rounds, but it gets really repetitive and you pretty much run around, shoot magic, run around, shoot magic. So I feel like there's no real technique.
Yeah,
in,
it's
like,
who could be the bigger piece of shit.
that's like,
That could be a real
but I
big
feel like
piece
that's
of
the
shit.
premise for all fighting games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
true.
the rule I came up
Yeah.
with.
It could be the biggest piece of shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I believe it was like, yeah, you gotta be the cheapest motherfucker.
And I got cheap with Guile. I got real cheap with Guile.
Yeah, man.
How come the Nexus 5 always has Nexus 5 on?
Oh, that's
Oh, is that the cover
That's,
of the thing?
that's a protector that came with the phone. I still haven't gotten the, like an official.
Oh,
Okay,
Actual screen
it
protector.
was called Death Trap Dungeon.
Well, with a name like that, at least.
Yeah, I could have sworn that was a different kind of game.
Death Trap Dungeon.
And then the subtitle is "Everywhere you go, you die."
That game was so bad, man.
Get ready to die.
And it was made by Eidos.
Make a move, you die.
They made a ton of shit, man.
And they put someone's name on it, which is the
I feel
worst
like-
part. I bet that guy never had like another game.
I
Like,
think
or something.
you gave me Tomb Raider 3 on PS1.
I'm sorry.
No, and I tried playing that game so many times, and I don't know why, but it might just be me, but you know, they're scary, like, oh man, this monster looks scary. There's creepy, where like, fuck, like, what am I supposed to do, like the music or whatever. But then there's things where, I guess like in a video game, there's a movement or how something's so robotic that it just scares like the shit out of you.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of Tomb Raider 3, I remember that you're imprisoned, and I forgot what it is, but there's these lasers that's pretty much, there's a door frame with 3 lasers, and that's pretty much the gate that you're locked in or whatever. I thought they were lasers that actually damage you, but or maybe it does hurt you, but you have to run through it or something. If I remember, this is a long time ago, and you sound the alarm. But what you're supposed to do is like you're supposed to do something very specific to like, I don't know, get a key or something or something for some guy. And I always remember that guy standing up, and the moment you leave the prison, the guy is right there. Like you can't really see him because you can't really turn the camera. He just goes. And he just goes right straight. He's programmed to go in there and fuck shit up. And it's just crazy because he just be there, just beep, beep, beep. I've always thought that kind of a reaction is the scariest thing. And I remember playing this game. I think you played it for a while too. Fighting Force?
Yes, Fighting Force. Oh my god.
That game also had very creepy mechanics because you'll be walking down the street and there's a car, or maybe you open the door and you grab like a weapon or something. And then really quick a gate will open and like 6 guys like already like, running at you, and you're like, no story, like you don't know why they're attacking you, you don't know who they work for, you don't know anything yet, they're just thugs, and you're like, there's no conversation. And I think that's actually really creepy when there's a huge distance, like, I guess, both like physically and like mentally, with like you know nothing about them. There's just this huge gap of like strangers that you have to fight. They've given them no story, and they just come in, and it's always at nighttime, and it's just you by yourself, and it's like, fuck them.
You're single-minded and fucking your shit up.
Exactly. It's like they don't know anything else, but
they don't need to know anything
you.
else. They just point me in the direction of the guy you want me to fuck up.
Pretty much like I guess like a monster in Silent Hill. You could be chilling miles away in like some hallway, like in whatever, and then little by little you'll see a monster. It's just, he knows what he's doing. He's constantly just programmed to go after you. And,
yeah.
But at least you know he's a monster, and you know that, fuck, I've killed these guys before. I know what they are, but not just everyone. Let's go.
Let's go, guys.
Like you go into a building. Perfect example. I remember this. You go into a building, and there's like a guy sitting down behind the desk. There's like a guy guarding the elevator, and the moment you go in, instantly, like they get up, they stop doing work.
And been waiting for this moment his entire life.
They quit their life at that point.
At that point, you can tell that
they're waiting 5 years for some motherfucker to do this exact thing.
To walk right in wearing those exact same clothes.
And they're just like, hey. But it's just crazy, like the way like the games they would do that, and I don't know what it is, but I find that kind of creepy.
You would really find Silent Hill creepy as shit then.
It's just,
goddamn.
Yeah.
It's more like, okay, I expect monsters to be creepy, but I expect humans to at least talk or have a hey, I'm gonna beat you up, or you stepped on the wrong turf. No, just silence. And that's the part that is creepy. It's creepy for me because
the creepiest thing, one of the creepiest things in those early Silent Hill games is that they didn't have motion capturing or anything like that. It was honestly like the designers like doing the hand movements and made them. It's this unnatural movement for people. It's really fucking weird, and it gave everybody this weird, creepy, like otherworldly vibe.
Well, the monsters and like the movement, or
no, for like in cutscenes.
Everybody, everybody. Like, you would watch like there's one where people walk and they they have to hand motion them, and they're they're just like walking like really weird like that, and it's
just like a random person.
Yeah. Trying to give them like natural movements, but you're doing it like with a mouse and like clicking it back. So it's like you do like weird like this weird fucking shit.
Man, I wish you guys could see that shit. Oh my god.
It was like a weird.
Marcel, what
Like,
the fuck are you?
That entire game was just creepy.
I mean,
because
is it on the PSN? I would definitely download it.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
good.
yes, I know one. Yeah,
I played on my PSP.
yeah, it's there.
Yeah,
It would be a good game to play,
A game to try.
to pray,
to pray.
to break.
Use it to pray.
But yeah, man, like a bunch of games. Like I remember, like they used to do that. Like they're just. I'm not sure if it was a sign of laziness. Like, oh no, we're not gonna give this guy dialogue. We're not gonna give this guy purpose. Just. And you can tell he's a human. It's not like he's a robot, or a robot would just
I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you want?
get him the raspberry.
Wanna?
I
Yeah.
got raspberry.
Yeah. Give me some Rayberry.
So I don't know why, but for me, it's always isolation and that detachment that it's just very creepy.
I was playing. I think it was Resident Evil 2 on the PlayStation.
Is that the one where Will Smith dies?
Yeah.
The craziest thing is that I think I was playing with like some game share codes or some shit like that. And
So the only way to
How
play it?
recently is this?
that was a long ass fucking time.
Oh,
ago.
okay.
It's the only way to
But
play it.
yeah, but I had like infinite ammo or something like that, and in the very beginning,
Were you trying to
you
make it like not scary? Like you were like, oh, this is kind of a scary game.
no, it's like I think I beat the game like a bunch of times, and you're young,
Yeah,
so you have like all this infinite time, so you're just like, oh, let me play the same game. Maybe we're a little.
With a little perk.
with a spice.
With an edge.
Let the spice.
With
Yeah.
a kick.
I don't want to have to worry about ammo. And
Right. You're just like,
And
fuck
so,
this
and
shit.
you know how when you're working your way up to
Yeah, that's
getting
probably-
to the police station.
That's probably like the only cheat you really need. Infinite ammo, right?
Kind
Technically, I mean, the best cheat you can put in that game is better fucking controls.
Oh, really? Okay, never mind.
But when you're working your way up into getting to the police station, you're like on the streets and there's a ton of zombies and shit. So I kill all of them, and there's the scary shit that ever happened to me in any game, where I'm there I kill everybody on the fucking streets, and the way that game worked, I think if you aimed, like it'll point you like in the direction of a zombie or something, or it'll do some kind of weird thing like that.
Yeah.
Every zombie was down on the fucking ground, like dead or something like that. Every time I would put up the gun, he kept facing this one way. Nothing was fucking moving at all. Everything was down on the fucking ground, dead. So I'm just moving around trying to find something. I don't know what it is. It's a PlayStation game, so everything's all fucked up. You can't like move the camera around.
Right.
So I'm just moving around, and then I'm just walking among the bodies, and one of them just and one of them just fucking grabs me, and I just felt the adrenaline like go through my fucking body. Because it was down for like 10 fucking minutes straight.
Oh my god!
I swear.
I've been waiting here. That's 10 years in
Yeah,
zombie time.
it was down and it was waiting for you.
That is crazy, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, and there's like a ton of them, and I had infinite ammo, so I was blasting everywhere I could. But it was down, so I didn't know what the fuck. I'm like, man, what's going on with this thing? And I didn't want to leave. I was investigating the whole thing.
You're asking too many questions, man.
Yeah, and it scared the shit out of me. Yeah.
Did you ever get to play the GameCube version, the remake?
Of part 2?
No, part
Oh,
1.
the original one?
Yeah,
I
where
played
it
a
was
little
Resident
bit.
It's called Resident Evil Remake or something like that, or
Yeah, or something like that.
it was. It's not 0, but it's
called
it's the
Runaway.
first one.
Yeah.
It's literally a remake of the first game. John had it. That's how I was able to play it.
Yeah. It was on GameCube, right?
Yeah, that game was intense, man. It was almost the same experience, except the first half of the game, you don't have oil. And you get a lighter, but you're supposed to find oil, because if you find oil, you can burn the bodies. But normally...
Oh, those blood ones, right?
Yeah,
Those
so
ones.
you're playing the game and you kill the zombies and they fall to the floor, right? And you keep going through the level, or like the first few areas. You don't find the oil until like a certain part, right? Or at least I wasn't able to find the oil until a certain part. So you notice that you kill this guy and you leave the room and you go, and then some quest or you're looking for an item will take you back to that room, and you're going to notice that zombie's still there, but he's dead, or you think he's dead, right? So he's dead to you, and you continue going, and you leave, and then you come back because another thing, because that game was all full of backtracking,
And the body's gone.
The body's there, it's still there, and you're just like, cool.
But it just looks different.
You're just like, cool, like this game keeps a track of like all the dead bodies, right? So now think of it like you're going through multiple rooms and all the zombies that you killed, like here and there, you're seeing them all there, and you're just like, okay. And then now after like a certain half that you find the oil, and you go back, and now you see that you go into this room and there's another zombie. The zombie's no longer there, but there's another zombie, and he has like these red eyes, and he's reddish, and he's just like, and he's super fucking fast, and you're just like, what the fuck? And you leave, and then he's chasing you fucking everywhere, and you just gotta fucking kill him. But you kill him, and then you're like, oh, you put the oil on him, you set him on fire, and you realize that now, like, that zombie's gone forever. You set him on fire, and he kind of disappears. And you're just like, okay, I took care of this guy. But then you remember, there's a ton of other fucking zombies that you just killed.
Yeah, they all, like, transform. Like, if you leave them alone, they transform into the way fucking harder ones.
They're called the Crimson Zombies.
Yeah.
That was fucking scary, man. That was awesome.
I've never been, like, super scared, like, in a video game. Yeah.
What sucks is that I would say Silent Hill 2 scared me the most. But you go back and play it now, you're not gonna get scared.
Yeah,
like it's impossible.
It still is like pretty. Like if it were remade or something, you know, I don't know.
They did high definition version of it, and they gave it new voice, which the voices are good, but the graphics are still the same.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but if you were put in that situation, like that situation, if they made like some kind of next gen equivalent or something like that,
that's
because it's a really scary atmosphere.
They keep striving for that though,
and
that's what
you're completely isolated, and all you have is this radio, and when monsters are nearby, it just goes fucking nuts, like static, just really loud static. So, and you don't know, it doesn't tell you a direction. It's just shit's nearby. And it's like, and it's really distracting. You're like.
It kind of reminds me of like Shattered Memories. Like whenever there was like
Shattered Memories, I really want to go beat that game. Man.
Whenever there's monsters like crazy things nearby, like your flashlight, your phone.
Yeah, I ended up reading what the ending was to that game recently, and I'm glad I kind of didn't beat it, but I still wanted to play most of that game.
Yeah, John told me that the ending wasn't all that great.
No, the ending is so like
it's cliche.
It's
you think you're like playing as someone like the whole time, and you're really playing as someone else.
Yeah, it's this weird twist, but it's done in such a bad way. Like if you read it, you already feel like kind of like ugh.
I like the way the game started because you're getting psychologically analyzed, you know, like, and the guy's like, oh, just answer these questions or whatever.
Oh, right, I forgot.
And then you answer the questions, and then like he actually reacts to the important ones, you know, like, so you like to drink, or you're often an alcoholic, or I don't know.
Or you're thinking like one of the questions is like,
have you ever cheated on your wife?
Have you ever cheated on anybody or on a girlfriend or something?
And he grabs a paper and he's like, you've been unfaithful. Like, he talks to you about it a little bit, and then you have to nod, like you actually have to like nod the
way. Yeah, actually, and then depending on where your character, there are some situations where your character goes into first person, and depending on what you do, like if you constantly stare at like there are like provocative posters and stuff like that, if you constantly stare at that, then like
constantly stare at tits,
then the game starts becoming like one of the characters, Sybil. She's this cop, but then when you run into her, she's like dressed sexy and stuff like that. But if you don't do that, you
find her at the bar too.
Yeah,
like it changes like things in the memories a little bit.
Yeah, and if you don't do that, then she's kind of like conservatively dressed. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. It has those.
That
cool
is
things.
awesome. I mean, but not a lot of games.
No, that aspect it was really cool, and even playing like the gameplay and everything was cool because you don't have a weapon. All it is just you're going around finding clues, trying to find someone, and whenever the monsters are nearby, you just have to run away.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It goes into this crazy speed mode where you're running, you jump over the desk, you crawl under the table.
Really,
I remember when we were playing at my house and Rachel and like somebody else was there.
Ivanka?
That Brian guy.
That maybe Brian.
Right. It was. I remember.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember the bunk beds. Right? We were sitting in
right. Yeah, absolutely right. And then we're there, and
who's that Brian dude?
I you know, that's the only time I ever seen that. I'm surprised like you remember his name.
Yeah.
That was Rachel's boyfriend at the time?
No, she had broken up with him, and it was some dude.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm usually really good with names, and like I'm like, damn, Alfred, you got me.
Just it was a regular
you fucking name. Got me, man.
Because I hated him so much.
Because you hated him so much. But yeah, I remember playing it.
Can I show you a picture?
Uh-oh.
Oh no, what the fuck? This is a fucking... I just want to show you a picture of that Death Trap dungeon.
Oh my god.
Of like the character designs of one of the characters you can play as.
Pretty sure I know how it is.
I'm trying to remember more shitty like PS1.
Do you remember the game?
I think so.
Because you play as a guy who kind of looks like Guts, right? But then you can play as a girl who's dressed like that.
Yeah.
Death Trap Dungeon.
I never played the game, but...
But what the fuck is that?
That's underwear. That's it.
She's
it doesn't even look like she has... Yeah, there's no bra on it. It's just underwear.
She's just tits
out. That is a death trap.
She's blessed in tits.
I remember playing. I remember Teo Concerto.
With the big fucking dick on the cover.
And I remember it was the funniest shit because
That's the fucking
I got
best.
in like a Game Pro magazine or something like in 5th grade, and there was an advertisement for Teo Concerto, and it's like this little fox guy, and he's really happy, and I really like stupid ass games like that, and he's there. And he's saluting, and someone drew this huge dick. It was curved. It was pointing at him.
Like he could kiss it.
And it started off thin and ended off thick. It was like
Huge dick.
And the
Man.
thing is, the fox is like, it's like a little children's
He's so
TV fox.
happy.
But I love games like that because, as stupid as it sounds, it reminded me of like Mega Man Legends. And
Yeah,
it was
sort
a
of did.
3D world you explored, but the whole game revolved around snatching bombs, throwing them back. Oh, they threw a bomb at you. Snatch the bomb, you throw it back. That's all it was. I think I remember. I almost beat it in your house.
Yeah.
Like I played it for like maybe an hour or two, and that was almost at the end of the fucking game.
Damn, but Mega Man Legends was a good game, man.
No, I know.
That's a fucking great
Legends
game.
was good, but like the graphics and like the kind of controls and gameplay was very similar.
Let's talk about Mega Man Legends. I want to talk about that.
No, it's fine.
That was awesome.
We'll talk about that.
That's a
whatever you
fucking
want.
great game.
How much
Mega Man
time are we
Legends
at?
3 was awesome.
We're probably at... Actually, we're at like an hour and 21.
Iron 21.
But we still got beers.
Mega Man Legends 3 was awesome.
Let's stop one and start another one.
Okay.
Fuck it. If we're gonna be hanging. Alright, and that's it, guys. That's the hour and a half, I guess.
Yeah, damn, man. An hour and a half.
That is
And it
crazy.
just
The
flew
time.
by.
Yeah, it just flew.
Alright, this is Alex signing off.
This is Maui saying hasta la viva, baby.
And, fucking.
From Offer.
Yeah.
From Alex.
And that's it, guys. See you next time.